got my team and it's all I need.
So as you guys can see, there is a lot of change going on the top of my head and in the world. But like I told you guys last time I was on here, to all my students, to everyone, to the principals, to everyone that is listening and watching this, control what you can control. Focus on what you love and what you want to have, and have deep belief in who you are and what you're going to do. Things aren't happening to you, things are happening for you. So I'm super excited to be right here speaking to you right now, because it is another great day to be Game Time Excellent. And I have a message for you. The most important thing you can do right now during this time is to educate yourself. But not only to educate yourself, but educate yourself on yourself. Dig deep within and figure out who you are, what you love, what you don't like. What are you passionate about? Because when you really do that, you will be able to achieve so much. So during this period of time, I'm going to just ask questions. And as I ask questions, I want you to write down the answer to those questions and share them in the comments, or just keep them for yourself. Because like I said, the most important thing you can do is educate yourself on yourself. Know who you are. Know how valuable you are, and know where you want to go. But the only way to do that is to dig deep within. So let's go. So the only thing I ask of you is this right here. Actually answer the questions. Write it down, commit to it, share with a friend, someone you can trust, or write it in the comments. So the first question is this right here. What can you be grateful for? What are 5 things that you can be grateful for on a daily basis? You know, for me, I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for my daughter, I'm grateful for a roof over my head, I'm grateful for health. And daily, I try to feel those emotions on a regular basis, because it's so important for me to shift my focus from what I don't have to what I do have and the things that I can be grateful for. So go ahead and write down 5 things that you can be grateful for. All right. Now the next question is this right here. What do you love? Do you love traveling? Do you love bikes? Do you love riding? Do you love reading? Do you love going to the water park? Do you love your family? Like, what do you love? Like, just name all of those things right there, because it's so important to know what you love. Because when you get into negative situations and when you get into situations where people are trying to tell you who you are, it's so important to go into that love box and figure out what do you love and go do those things so you can get out of that situation. So go write it down, and we'll be back with the next question. All right, I'm glad you guys are writing this down. So the next question is this right here. What do you hate? Do you hate traffic? Do you hate long lines? Do you hate Chinese fried rice? Do you hate corruption? Do you hate politics? What do you hate? Like really think about it, because it's so important to figure out what do you hate, because if you know what you don't like, you get closer to what you do like, and you narrow it down. So take some time right now and write out what you don't like. What do you hate? Come on, go do it now. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, this is so good. Go do it. Thank you. Man, we're rolling through these questions, man. I'm happy for you. So I would love to hear some of your answers on in the comment section and share with me or email them to me, whichever or. But so the next question is, what are you passionate about? What like lights your fire? What are you truly passionate about? Mental health, cancer research, human rights, equality. It could be traveling the world. It could be sports. It could be building a business that helps other people. It could just be building a business in general. It could just be traveling the world. Like, what are you passionate about? And think about it. Take some time to and reflect and really see what you're passionate about. Write it down. Go now. We're figuring out, what we love, what we hate, what we're passionate about. And so now that brings us to our next question is, what do you really want? No, like, not what your parents want, not what society says you should want, but what do you really want? Because that's so important to know. Because when you know what you really want, that determines your steps. That determines, what you do from this point forward. So think about it. What do you really want? If you're 60 years old on your deathbed, 70 years old, 80 years old, 90 years old, 100 years old, however long you live, what would you want to accomplish by that point? Would you want your PhD? Would you want $10 million? Would you want to travel the world? Do you want a Panther? Do you want to own 3 businesses? I don't know. But that's up to you. Because what I really want is different from you and what the other person. So figure out what you really want and write it down. Now, please. So now we are at the end, and I think this is one of the most important questions that you can ask yourself and that you can work to solve and fix, because the answer it has the power to truly change your life for the better. It has the power to allow you to reach your full potential. But if you don't change it, it also has the power to hold you back and keep you from accomplishing everything you were meant to accomplish. So the question is this right here. What are 3 limiting beliefs that you have for yourself? And what negative consequences have they cost you in the past, and what are they costing you now? Whether it's you don't think you're good enough, whether it's you don't know what value you add, whether it's your family didn't come from money so you won't ever attain those riches, whether it's you don't think you're smart enough so you're not college material. What limiting beliefs do you have on yourself? I remember for myself growing up, I didn't think I was good enough. When I played football with at Booker T. Washington, I had a coach yell at me, and for the longest period of time, I held on to that. I was like, man, I don't ever want to make a mistake. I don't ever want to make a mistake again because I don't ever want to get yelled at. So I correlated that making mistakes was bad. And so for a long time, I held on to that belief system, and it held me back, and it caused me not to truly reach my full potential. And it wasn't until now that I realized, like, man, you only do 2 things in life. You either win or you learn. So I truly hope that you write down your 3 limiting beliefs and what consequences have they had on you? What negative what has it cost you? And when you figure that out, when you work to figure that out, man, I promise you, it will change your life. So this has been truly fun. This has been fun for me because I've been thinking about, like, what do I love? What do I hate? What am I passionate about? What do I really want? What are some things that are holding me back? What am I grateful for? And I hope you have wrote it down. Share with me, email it to me, share with a friend, and continue to educate yourself on yourself. Let's be Game Time Excellent. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Love you guys. Peace.